Well, hello there guys, and welcome back to our Hearts of Iron for Let's Play as the Christian Republic of Deseret. There were a bunch of people making suggestions earlier, and one of those suggestions was to go ahead and join the Central Powers, which would of course put us in war with Romania, and it's just not something I really think is a good idea. I think our biggest concern right now is try to join a faction that likes us. We're going to try and I guess improve relations with the Americans here. It would be great if we could get the Kingdom of America to join us in a war against the Kingdom of Louisiana and the Empire of Mexico, but of course they don't actually have a faction right now. We also have the Continental factions led by the French, and this is another faction I would love to join, but once again, since they're friends with the Louisianians, although not actually allied with them, they don't really like us too much. So I'm going to keep improving relations. We're spending a lot on just improving relations, guys. In fact, if there is a person I can take or a cabinet minister I can take to improve relations, I will take him. I'm just going to take a look here. Improve relations opinion. Boom. That's going to be an easy substitution right there. And we definitely want to try and get people on our side here. Maybe even the Russians. Obviously, getting the Russians on our side would also probably be a good thing. So I'm just going to start boosting party popularity, improving relations with as many countries as possible. I'm going to try to stay neutral. That's going to be, I think, the only way we survive. And look at that, guys. The Grand Duchy of Liberia joined the American bloc. I'm sure that Namembe is happy with that. And national focus has been completed on infrastructure. And the international expanse. The Algonquin Republic has formally submitted a request to join the Republican International, and that request has been accepted. Wow, that's scary. So I'm actually going to, and people suggested this before, I'm going to start possibly trying to justify a war goal against the Algonquin Republic. Some people have talked about this. Now, there's not much up here. That's kind of the scary thing, but it's enough to want to steal some of it back. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to try to justify a war goal, and I'm going to take this army over here. Ooh, we've got some Native Guard divisions. Hold on, guys. Let me add these to this army. And now we're going to select everybody, all of these Native Guard divisions, and we're going to put them right there on the border of the Algonquin Republic. If we have to go to war, we will. But I'm thinking we want to try and stay neutral. Also, we've got a beautiful airfield there. I think you guys see that. What the hell isn't this not working? What the? Let's try that again. Select all. Front line. There we go. So I'm thinking, yeah, we could attack the Algonquin Republic. I don't think the Ukrainians are going to really offer much support. And there we go. The International expands. The Caucasian Democratic Republic has formally submitted an application to join the Republican International. Wow. And the Republic of Belarusia has also joined. Well, holy crap. All right, here we go. Albert McGay questions Algonquin sovereignty. Who determines the borders of a nation and how they are determined? Whatever way people may have found in the past to justify where Christian Republic of Deseret ends and Algonquin Republic begins, we live in a new era. The strategic importance of this border cannot be overstated, and we are well within our rights to shift it to ensure the continued security of our people. Excellent. All right, very cool. Pomerania has been given to Germany. Of course, we're not joining the German bloc. But we may be able to get one of these guys to go ahead and accept us into their bloc. I'm even thinking of maybe trying to get good with Alexander Machno of the Anarchists. I'm not sure it's going to work out too well, though. I don't think they like us at all. Look at that, minus 181. Yeah, no way. And that's another reason why I want to get ready for a war here. Clearly, the Algonquin Republic doesn't have our best interest at heart, and we've got to keep that in mind here, guys. So let's go ahead. We're going to train the Native Guard Division a little bit more here, give them some artillery. We'll even give them some mobile battalions, which we desperately need. And maybe another motorized infantry here, and some more arty. I'm going to save that. That's 50 action points, or military points. That's actually quite a lot, but most of our divisions are of course, members of that National Guard unit. The Baltic Socialist Republic has formally submitted an application. So one way I think that we could actually become part of that particular republic is if the Socialists win. But right now we're actually drifting much closer to the Republicans and farther away from the Regency movement, which is essentially a monarchist movement. In fact, this guy Wilton Abbott, I don't like him one bit. Excuse me, guys. So I'm going to actually take this guy. Oh, no, we can't. We might need to go ahead and just get the smooth-talking charmer. And I think that's probably a decent... Yeah, we're going to just remove him. So we'll go ahead and continue here. And Russo-Turkish alliance. That is surprising. The Russian and Turkish states have agreed to a formal military alliance. And here's another thing. We're really close to the Russian Empire, which is why I would love to get allied with them. But they don't seem to like us very much either. And in fact, we need to go ahead and select a new national focus. What am I doing? Resource efficiency. Our resources have been doing pretty damn well. I think weapon advances are a good idea. Definitely something that could help us. The aircraft industry, yeah, let's do that. It's going to add some air bases, and we desperately need air bases. And it looks like we're finally having some missing equipment production. That's okay. Let's take a look here. Motorized. Okay, guys. So we're going to go ahead and get the motorized unit out here. In fact, armored vehicles are not invented. We may have to wait for the motorized unit. There we go. We got the motorized. But we definitely need to start inventing armored vehicles. We're not going to go to war totally unprepared. So yeah, I think to join that bloc, we would definitely need to become essentially communists. And we're not willing to do that, at least not now. The Polish Empire has declared war on the Kingdom of Westphalia. Okay, a few free civilian factories, guys. Build up our infrastructure a little bit. And I think that's good enough. And let's go ahead and get some research done. I don't want to really research atomic because that's going to take a very long time. But we are trying to research that Great War tank, and I think that's the main concern right now is just getting that finished. Let's get a maintenance company to deal with those tanks when they do come out. Still, 159 days is a hell of a long time to wait. Take a look at the Kingdom of Louisiana. And actually, the Kingdom of Louisiana likes us. That's the interesting thing. I mean, if I could join the Latin Royalist faction, I would probably do it, just in an effort to not get killed, basically. But even the leader of the Latin Royalists really is not a fan of us. So we're going to try and drift towards them. But we're spending a lot of political power on just trying to improve relations here. And I have no idea how well it's actually working. Let's take a look here at the Kingdom of America. So we are improving our relations with them, but this is going to take a long time. And much like a lot of things in Hearts of Iron 4, I mean, it's a waiting game, to be honest with you. So let's grab these guys here. I'm going to select, I think they can stop training. Then again, if they stop training, we don't get the ability to really gain any skills with them, and we don't gain any army experience. We're getting that entirely from our training regimen. So I think I'm going to keep that going, and let's actually see if we can drop a few more units here. Yes, we can. Boom and boom. So I'm going to go ahead. Russian Empire declared war on the Caucasian Democratic Republic, and the Kingdom of Spain joined the Russian bloc. See, things are getting absolutely out of hand here. Crazy, really. I'm going to go ahead and get this guy to join this front here. But definitely things are very, very odd at this moment. So I'm going to go ahead and also get these 4 divisions to join that unit as well and move them up here to the north. We may have to go to war. I mean, this is crazy. Just all of the different factions being created right now. We could take a look. The Latin Royalists are mostly taken over in America. But the American bloc has formed, and I really, really want them to let us join them. I really do, but I don't know if it's going to work. If anybody has any suggestions on how to improve relations a little faster, make sure to let me know. In fact, we're going to take a look here at our national focus and see if there's anything that improves relations. I don't think there is. So I'm actually going to do this just to add a building slot, and that is going to probably improve things. I say probably because I can't say for sure, but hopefully we'll be able to attack the Algonquin Republic soon. I'm not sure if we actually should. I'm going to let you guys decide. Right now, we aren't joining the Central Powers, and here we go, Democratic Uprising. The growing democratic sentiments of the Christian Republic of Deseret have reached a tipping point. Its leaders believe they have accrued enough support amongst the people and security forces to launch a coup. We're going to submit to them, guys, and we are going to turn into a democracy. Of course, we've lost a lot of political power, but now we're led by the Republican Lorenzo Woodruff. And I wonder if this improves or makes our relations worse with anybody. I'm going to take a look over here at the Latin Royalists. We'll see if anything's better with them. Probably not. Anything better with the Americans? Probably not. So really things haven't changed too much. I mean, at least we're democratic. And in fact, look at this. We could join maybe the Republican International if the Algonquin Republic were deciding, but they're not. So we'll see what the Socialist Republic of the Ukraine thinks. No, they're not going to do it. And we're still totally alone. So, guys, we need to keep it this way for now. I'm just going to take a quick look over at the Central Powers. And at this point, I think it was probably a good idea not to join the Central Powers because they're losing pretty badly to the Romanians. But right now, it looks like the people, or I should say the rest of the world, is not happy with our choices of democracy. It was canceled because we ran out of political power. Yeah, I was worried about that. Minus 77 political power. It's going to take a while to get that back. But like I said, we were trying to be the reasonable ones in this Let's Play, and maybe now we've screwed ourselves. I have no idea. One thing I'm going to do, I want that communist revolutionary back. So the second I get a chance to bring him back, he is heading here. It's good to see that we are still gaining power change despite trying to improve relations all over the place here. And let's take a look here. Come on, America. They look even less likely to have us join their faction than before, which is hilarious. 28 to 209. Wow, guys, we may have to go back to radicalism because it seems that in this current alternative world, democracy is just not something that's very common. We're going to have to acclimate to that. So right now we are kind of the neutral country. You could almost call us the very large Switzerland of this world. Now look at that. The Empire of China has declared war on Russia. That's going to be amazing. So the Chinese bloc is moving in to declare war on the Russians. I don't see why the Russians wouldn't just accept us to get some free allies. We could definitely send them troops. I don't see what the problem is. But unfortunately, they're just not interested there. So we have to wait till that political power rebuilds, guys. I'm going to jump over here. Really wish we could get that night vision, but I don't think it's in our future, at least not for now. But we will get some improved infantry equipment. It's probably a good idea. Let me take a look over here. We still can't justify war here. And it's a shame that these are not the guys deciding, the French are not the guys deciding whether or not we can join. Let's take a look. So we could technically create a faction, guys, with the Republic of Colombia. I'm going to try to improve relations with them. That's an option there. And basically create a faction with the Republic of Deseret, the Republic of Colombia, like basically republics that stand together against the enemy. And I'll take a look here. We could also do the same here in Argentina. So I'm thinking that maybe we could start improving relations with these guys. These guys have a much higher chance of actually wanting to join us and wanting to start a group. And obviously, if we were able to start a group of democratic ideals over here, we would have a lot of influence, and we could definitely fight against the royalists and maybe even win. So I'm going to try to do that, guys. I don't know how well it's going to work. Better hope it works well. And let's see. Let's do expand military industry. Be so cool if we could grab meritocracy, but we don't have the prerequisites. You know, we chose other things. So I'm going to go ahead and go for weapon advances. Just in case we get into war, we can at least defend ourselves. And obviously taking all that territory would really help us, I think, in that road to war. Right now the world tension is nearly at 100%. Almost entirely generated by the Polish Empire. So see, if we had joined the Central Powers, I'm almost certain that the Latin royalists would have attacked us by now. They might still have attacked us, but we would have been part of the bad guys. So I'm very glad we didn't do that. Let's get that light tank out. And of course, we question in the motives of the Algonquins. I don't trust them, folk. If we need to, we will attack them. Caucasian Democratic Republic has capitulated. Wow. So that didn't take very long at all, going to war with the Russians, and kind of makes sense. If you take a look over here, it looks like the Russians are on a conflict. We have no intel on the conflict, but it looks like the Russians are definitely attacking the Socialist Republic of Ukraine. So even better that we didn't join the socialists either. Although they seem to like us a lot more now that we become Democrats. Remember, it used to be minus 191. Now it's just minus 91. So it looks like Alexander Magno still hates us, but doesn't hate us with an undying passion, let's say. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play. Again, not a lot of action on our end. There's a lot of action going on in Europe over here. But with us, we're just trying to survive, and I hope that we manage. I think the only way we're going to survive is to try and create that new faction and, obviously, make it work. Maybe even the French Empire will eventually let us join. Who knows? No way. 199. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. And, of course, don't forget to have an awesome, awesome day.